Happy
There we are.
Wednesday, favorite people. How to stop being bitter when someone does something wrong. That is what we're going to be addressing today. And maybe you have wondered how to get out of this bitter feeling. And so as brain trainers, we want to give you some ideas. Rita Wood, Cami Magnuson, here to help you. Rita, how do you get out of feeling bitter when someone does something wrong?
Gosh, I kind of want to know how did you get bitter? Why bitter? How do you know you're bitter? Like, what happens inside you that you say, like, this is me being bitter against, we think we're being bitter against other people. We're being short with them. We're being frustrated with them. We just don't have any space for sweetness in your life. So then so it shows up in your taste buds. That's just another memory. That's just another memory that your brain, maybe it was the weakest part, maybe it was the strongest part, that it put this, that some people literally, Tammy, I have that bad taste in my mouth about that person. So It's all linked to memories. So, the question is how to stop being bitter is being aware that you're bitter, right? Like, where are you now? Where in your life was that sweetness just, became salty or became bitter? So find out where.
Yeah. And do you find yourself driven to sweets? Like, it is a metaphor, but the subconscious mind uses that metaphor to believe and to create something. So are you finding yourself looking for sweets all the time? Like, that might be proof that you're bitter. And also the bitter taste. What is that? Like, ask yourself this question. What did I taste that was so bitter? All right. Like, I'm just thinking of like dandelion leaves, or there's certain herbs and things that are really bitter. And so just notice that sensation, because that's a fascinating correlation between how you feel and what you've experienced.
Yeah. So, and the brain links things. So the brain can link this bitterness to your caretakers or your parents. And so therefore I don't like, grapes, or I don't like olives. I don't like, even the food doesn't even have to be bitter. Just your emotions are bitter towards that. And so it shows up. And then, we're trying to overlay. We try to, have sweets so we don't have to have that. So you want to look in your relationships and find out where it is that you learned to be bitter. Maybe mom was bitter, maybe grandma was bitter. And then what does bitter do for you? What is it doing for you?
Yeah. And okay, so they did something wrong and you have this bitter taste in your mouth. So what it does for you is what? Protect you from them, right? You need protection. And what you're doing is replaying that. So if you feel yourself stuck in that loop where you're just replaying that story over and over, and you're getting a worse and worse taste in your mouth, and now that person's name gets said and you're like, can't stand that. So that is the bitterness. What we want to know is what to do about it. So what you want to do is use our stop technique for dealing with difficult people. These people are making you bitter. However, that sensation is inside of you. So we want you to be empowered and to take control of what's going on in your brain so that your body quits reacting like this bitter taste. Okay. So first we are going to smile. We're going to look up. We like to tap. You can do anything. You can do jumping jacks, jump up and down. We tap just to bring us present. And as we're tapping, we say, let it go. Just let it out. Let it flow.
Let it out.
It's over. It's time to make it good again. Good. And then we anchor a good feeling. So our brain is off in this bitter feeling. And we want to say, okay, we're present. That's what tapping does. It's like, oh, I feel a sensation right now in the present. And now I'm going to direct my brain to think about what I do want and what I love and what feels good to me and sweet. Like when have I had sweetness done to me? Think about those moments. Okay. Then what, Rita?
Then you go back, you notice how much that bitterness has changed. Maybe your palate has changed. Maybe you feel lighter, brighter. And then you go and you assess, okay, where's the bitterness? Where am I holding it? How I know am I bitter? And then you go back and you tap some more. Smile, sing a song.
Let it go.
Let it go, let it flow, let it out, switch it, flip it, make it sweet again.
Yeah.
And you want to do that as many times as you can until that bitterness, feeling, sensation is gone. Once it's gone, you find out what kind of sweetness do you want in your life.
And guys, go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead.
The only thing you can change in your life is you. So empower yourself to do this for yourself. All right. You're not going to change people doing something wrong. You're not. Just admit it. You're not going to change people doing something wrong, but you are going to change your own bitterness. And that's your great journey.
Yep. So subscribe below, guys. Join us. We go live. You have any questions, let us know. You just keep doing this over and over. It works if you work it and you're worth it. Keep it simple.
Yes.
Yeah.
And make sure that you get that technique to help you walk through it. Then you'll get a video of us giving you a little bit more. And we want to know how well it works. So make sure that you let us know.